think my audio is kinda freaking out. Let's see here. Let's see. Oh well. Copy, paste. Oh, okay. Okay, I think everything is working now. My let's see here. My stream is like having weird little bugs, but I think we are good now. And let's start in just a minute. Hopefully it's streaming to both Twitch and YouTube. I think it is. I don't know. Let's see here. Alright, let's get going here. There we go. Alright. So, let's see. I'm having so many issues right now. Alright. Everything should be good to go. Alright, so welcome guys, Lone Wolf here, and today we're going to be doing an episode of Echo again. Whoa. Back please. There we go. Load. This one. Alright. He swings a paw at holding the beer at Carl. Flynn! So enjoy that swim while I was sitting to set everything out. Yeah, I will make my soda diet while you're at it. I've had it with Flynn. He's soaring the trip with his need to be an e-hole. Go frick yourself. I ignore him as I stripped off my shirt and head to the riverbank. I pat TJ on the shoulder as I pass him before slipping into the water. We're currently in the middle of a drought that has lasted past 3 years, so the water is lowly, only about 10 feet at its deepest. It's enough though, and goodness, it feels good. It's spring, so the water is pretty cool. I swim back and forth a few times before I finally dive in. Eventually I settle drifting at the bottom, laying, gripping on the rocky floor as I stared up at the shimmery light above me. This art is, like, so beautiful. I feel gentle current run over my body. It's nice to be away from all the tension above me. I feel isolated, alone, and for now, that feels good. I could only come down this deep, the others not able to hold their breath as long, or being too little. I remember when we were younger, I would give other rides around the lake, able to swim for nearly half a mile and back. That's a long ways, dude. Even Flynn, the a-hole, had done it a few times. It was one of the skill I had and that I was proud of, and even if it was inherent to my species, it still made me somehow useful, or at least different from everyone else in a good way. I had always felt like the odd one out of in the group, as strange as it sounds. Whereas everyone else has a strong, distinct personality, as I was just average. Sometimes I wonder if they were just friends to me, because we all had to be when we were younger. The whole trip kind of forced me to think back on all of my memories I have of this place and my friends. They were always doing the cool things, being different, while I do sort of blend into the background. Hello, Sniper. Welcome. Yes, you are mod. You proud of it? Because why not? Anyways, even then I wanted to do something to stand out somehow. That's just what I've been trying to do here, I guess. It's been about 7 minutes, and I only know that because about as long as I can hold my breath. Can otters really hold their breath for 7 minutes? Hold on. This is... How long can otters hold their breath? Up to 8 minutes. Bruh. So you could send an otter into space for 8 minutes and it will be just under 8 minutes and it will be fine, right? Probably not. Won't disappoint. I know you won't. Unless you had a really bad day or something and we completely throw a fit together. Not throw up. Jeez, no. Alright. Hold on. Back. Oh, yeah. I decide I should go back up and help out. So I slowly let myself back up towards the surface, trying to stay in the same spot. When I surfaced, it was pretty quiet. For a second, I wonder if everyone just gone. Of course, that's ridiculous, and as I came over the embankment, everyone's there. Excuse me. Predictably, Flynn didn't get my food out, so I go to the cooler and to grab a sandwich and soda before sitting in the empty chair next to Leo. Apparently, it was a good idea to bring lawn chairs, considering the tables looked like they were covered in a year's worth of bird stuff. How was the swim? His tone was bitter and salty. I should have used a different tone then. He's not usually grumpy, but good-natured mood. He's generally unhappy. What the heck is his deal? Amazing. I'm gonna have to go back. I'm going to have to come back here again sometime during this week. You lizard people don't understand. You hardly need water. It always scares the heck out of me when you're down there that long. I'm built for it because you're an otter. Remember when you give us rides? That was fun. Remember when you always screamed like a girl when Chase could go out too far out? Oh wow, I remember that now. Hey, I really never really liked water. Anyways, Chase, would you would do? Yeah, I cannot talk right now. Anyway, Chase would do it on purpose. He knew I didn't like it out in a certain point. Carl looks at me. You know what was really cool when you take us down for a dive? Oh yeah, Chase was like our own little submarine. I'm starting to get that otters are swimming clown vibe again. I still, I kind of enjoyed the tension. We'd get you to take us to the bottom so we could look for treasure. Leo makes air quotes around the last word. And you know, we probably would have found way more stuff if you guys hadn't been dragging me down. I remember when. Are we really freaking talking about this? Everyone turned to look at Flynn. His voice was low and dangerous. There is a chill in the air because we all know what he means. I was actually feeling pretty good about this at this point. Like we crossed a bridge being able to talk about it for once. Apparently we hadn't. Flynn? No, I'm serious. Do you think it's really okay to talk about this when the lake is just a quarter mile that way? You know that, Flynn. I think we should. Isn't that part of the reason why we're here? No. If that was the case, we'd be over there. But we're here, and why is that? Everyone's quiet for a moment. I see TJ shrink into his chair, staring hard at his lap. Flynn, we came here because Chase needed footage. A change comes over to Flynn. His face darkens and everyone senses it. Flynn turns to me and it takes some effort not to flinch back. Yeah, and that's... Why is that, Chase? You're gonna put that in your freaking documentary? Chase... Flynn really does not like me. Or Chase, I guess. I guess I am Chase, maybe. I don't know. No, Emma Lake is an important part of Echo's history. Just what? Flynn raises his brows ridge at me, and finally I just lower my eyes. This was a stupid idea. You know what, Flynn? If you'd be a little more open, tell us what's on your mind. We'd be able to avoid a lot of this kind of stuff. Oh, you want to know what's on my mind? Flynn swivels and marches up to Carl. Oh, God. Well, now you're modest. Yes, he is. Then who again? Yes. Alright, let's start with you. You're fat, lazy, no motivation, no future. This is the sixth stream I've seen you. Wait a minute. You've been here for 6 streams already? I didn't really pay attention. I don't stream enough. I guess, welcome back. What the heck are you doing? Are you planning on doing with your life? Sit here, waste away in Echo, mocking you off and parents until you're dead. Jeez. These guys really don't like Flynn. Carl stared back up at... Wait a minute. Were you in different streams? Because I don't think I've streamed 6 times in the past month. Wait, hold on. In 6 different channels. What? Maybe you're spying on Sniper. Don't spy on him. Duh. I think maybe, I don't know. If you're not spying on him, maybe you both have, what is it? I can't think of the word. Maybe you have the same brains, or talk too much together, or you're best friends or something. I don't know. Maybe the same interest. I don't know. No. Carl stares back up at Flynn impassively, though he hunches in on himself a bit further. Flynn, don't do this right now. And you thinking you better off than everyone else. I can tell. You think everyone in Echo is trash. No. It's just because me and the others haven't left you thinking we're lower than you. Just because we don't have education, we're a bunch of retards. Yes. Okay, this thing is like... Yeah, well, if you left your whole freaking family behind without even saying goodbye, you know what... You know what's even going on with them now. Excuse me. What are they dealing with? Really? Yeah, real freaking hero you are. Anyways, I need to leave right now because I have low batteries. Okay. I'll see you later then. I'll probably be streaming for another hour. So, if you come back, we'll see you there. Let's see here. You think I... Stop it, Flynn. Our questionable leader. We wouldn't have been friends without you, would we? That's why you brought us here, right? So we could all bond? What? No. Or wait, was it because you wanted to get into Chase's pants? No. Leo's ears fall flat. Probably because you've been a mess ever since he left. So let me be the one to tell you it's over. It's freaking unhealthy. You're obsessed with him. Slowly he head towards me. His head turns to me, and I brace myself. And I can't imagine why you, Chase, have a personality of freaking rocks. And I wish you could see yourself. Anyways, how much do you know about Sniper? I know a lot about him. I think we're pretty much friends right now. Actually, we are friends on Discord, and I think we talk almost every day, at least 3 times a day. And the reason why we talk together is because we have a lot of similarities to each other. You know. Are you friends with him? That's my question. Then you've seen Sniper in 6 different channels, including me. You just sit there like a creep, watching everyone, weighing everything we say, and didn't think I haven't caught the way you stare at us all, like we're a bunch of objects to be collected. What are you planning to cycle through all this for stuff? Sex? Sure, seems like it. Flynn stops and inhales and seems like over. I really hope it is. Oh, I see. Well, we had only seen ourselves on stream. Okay, that makes sense. Maybe you guys should become friends because I don't know, because you have so many similar interests, I guess. Like you're seeing each other in 6 different channels. Maybe you should. That would be a good idea, in my opinion. That proves brutal. I have no idea how to pronounce this, though. As Flynn turns slowly on TJ. Oh my god. I had slightly prayed that the Lennox would make a run for it while Flynn had all of his attention on us, but TJ looked pathetic, like a statue. I'll need to ask for a social. He has Discord. If you have Discord, I can help you get together. Oh, you don't have Discord. I have no idea what other socials he has. I really don't know. He has a YouTube channel too. And go check him out. Yes. I really don't know. Like a statue, like there's no soul in him. Flynn pauses, though, as if he lost for what he to say. Finally, what happened, TJ? Flynn, Leo stands up, and from his posture, I can tell the wolf is ready to fight. Oh dear, we're going into a fight, boys and girls. Memories are starting to flow back. TJ Flynn thinking he'd done something too. I stand up too. Flynn may sound like a hard A, but physically, Leo had him beat easily. Flynn can obviously tell that he might have a fight on his hands, though. And it's clear he doesn't want that. Oh boy. He drops his shoulders, seem to shrink as if invisible strings that had him holding him up were cut. Well, I'm back again. Oh, welcome back, dude. Like I complained at last stream, I'm not really that person that talks this much. And it's kind of hard for me to talk this much. Anyways, he turns to us, then gesture at TJ. I just want the truth. Can we just put a stop to this today, right now? I don't think you know how much of a nightmare this has been up to me, not really knowing TJ. TJ stares up at Flynn, muzzle slightly grim. What happened? I'm confused. What happened to Sydney? Oh. Ooh alert. What? I'm just gonna say ooh. You should totally try using a Furry. Research Furry translator language thing. I really need to send you guys this. Something I've recently discovered that I really love. Let's see here. What Furry? No. Furry translator, where is it? Huh, I shared this to Sniper. Furry translator, where are you? There it is. Just use this. It's kind of fun to use. lingojam.com/furry speak. And that will also teach you how to speak like a furry. You know how furries talk. But you're not a furry. What are you then? Are you a furry? I'm confused. Or maybe you just know furry language. It's not that hard to learn furry language. Really. Wait, so you just said that you're not a supporter, and now you're saying you're a supporter. Yeah? Oh, I don't know. I'm confused. It's dead quiet. TJ's airs at his lap, not moving. Come on, let's. Flynn holds up his hands toward. I try to say I'm not a furry. I'm not a full-on furry. I am. Okay. I kind of get it now. I'm not a full-on furry. I just save a bunch of furry pictures on my phone and computer. And I probably have, 3 gigabytes of pictures? 4,000 pictures, I think. Or actually a lot more than that. Actually, hold on. How many pictures do I have? That's a great question. Of furries only. Let's see here. $9,454. I should get rid of some. Yep. I should get rid of some. Lol. Right. Glenn hold up his hands toward me, still staring at people. The people that hate on them only see a part of the fandom, not all of it. Yeah. I think you need to. That's why you should never judge a book by its cover. Or that's how my family calls it. Don't judge someone or judge a community before you see the whole thing. You need to, especially for the furry community. In order to understand the furry community, you have to fully see what they're about and what they do. And then you have to see all of it, not just some of it. Or otherwise you'll be like, so furries does bad things? And yes, furries do some bad things, but they do more good things than bad. They're still human as well. That's the other thing that haters don't get. They're still humans. They just wear an animal suit. And some of them don't even have a suit, and they just have be like me and have 1 million pictures of furries and watches them or something. It's a very interesting topic. I think I should do a full-on video about it. I don't know. It's something I think would be interesting to talk about. Or maybe even a full-on stream. I did make it to 50 subscribers. If we could do a celebration about it and do a Q&A about it and stuff. I don't know. It's your guys' opinion, or you guys can let me know. Really, I don't remember how long this game is going to be, or not really game. It's story. Slowly, TJ looks up. His face still started. It's still made of stone. Okay. I already told you what happened. BS. Flynn steps forward, but Leo's there to grab the back of Flynn's shirt and swing him around. I dodge out of the way as Flynn is flung back to land on his butt, kicking up a big cloud of dust. Crap. Flynn, I swear to good Lord, if you start a fight here, I'll drop your ass. Everyone except TJ is standing now, staring at Flynn. Flynn sits there, glaring up at Leo, obviously weighing his chances. He seems to come up short, though he splits to the other side and stands up, brushing off his pants as he turns away. You're all okay with not knowing? Frick, all of you. Excuse me. He turns back around, hands in his pocket, a bitter look on his face. This whole thing is stupid, Leo. We're not even friends anymore. Flynn stuffs the ground, turning and walking towards the trail that goes back to Echo. Oh, so Flynn is now no longer friends. Thank goodness. Because he's not nice. From what I've seen. Good. Dang it, Flynn. Frick off. Flynn keeps walking, and it's pretty clear that he isn't coming back. I raise my paws and rub it over my eyes. What was he doing? He is a passionate guy that will sometimes just explode with all of his insecurity before running away and hiding for a few days. He skewered us like that before. That was a classic Flynn. But he's especially mean, dark, and part with TJ, I vaguely remember Flynn having some sort of suspicion, but that had been a long time ago. He had been sitting on that his whole time. I look to the left to see that TJ is gone. Carl's still sitting down, but now he looks like he's pulling out of a joint. Leo walks off down to another trail, cursing while Jenna follows him. I stand there next to my chair, undecided. What do I do, guys? Everyone's mad at this point. I really do not know what I need to do. I have no idea. I don't think I want to go after Flynn. I think I might find TJ, because he was the one that got him, quote unquote, beat up. I'm really worried about TJ. He's a really sensitive guy after tongue lashing like that from someone like Flynn. I can't imagine what state he's in. I don't see him anywhere as I scan the area, but I do see some trees and bushes farther up the riverbank. Since there's really no other place to hide, I assume that's where he's at. Sure enough, I see him immediately. He's sitting down, knees drawn up, with his arms folded on top of him. He's got his forehead resting on the top of his arm, staring down at the sand between his legs. I would totally be where he's at if I was getting through that. I stand there for a moment, wondering if it will just be better to leave him alone. After a few seconds, I finally decided to sit down next to him, cross-legged. His ears flicked in my direction. He turns his head to the left, away from me. I noticed a few wet spots between his feet. Huh? Maybe he just wants to be left alone, Again, this is a hard one. I'm gonna say something. I decided that I needed a break from the silence. Hey, TJ. He doesn't say anything or move. You know how Flynn used a thing? Again, silence. Everyone knows he's a thing. No one's mad at you. He does move, then sliding his legs straight, leaning back on his paws. He's still looking away from me, rubbing his face on his shoulder. Do you want to go back and eat? Finally. I can't believe he did that in front of everyone. I'm not sure what to say, so I stayed quiet. After a minute, TJ turns his head looking to the river. The wind picks up, reflecting from the river, highlighting motes of dust swirling around us. His face fur is a bit messed up, spiked in a few places from being wet. It's an unusual sight for his fur unkempt, I think. I mean, with the... what the heck? He's unstable to curse, even though it would probably be the best thing for him. He adjusts his legs to sit cross-legged like him and wipes his face again. Did you know what he was talking about? I take a breath, unsure how I should approach this. I think so. PJ ears lowered. Listen, no one else thinks anything happened. We're just little, we're just so little, especially you. I mean, I can't believe he's doing this. I trace the claw through the dirt, drawing some wavy patterns as I try to make sense of all this myself. I think it's just because he was such good friends with Sydney, and he just wants more than the truth. I look sideways at TJ. He's just sitting there looking at the ground. And I guess you're the only one that saw what happened, so he only has you to go after. I saw him drown. Oh God. I didn't say anything, but I feel myself cringe in my... Pretty soon tears are running down TJ's face, but he doesn't bother to wipe it away. He's not just sad, though he's angry. I hear it in his voice, and he goes on. I saw Sydney drown, and Flynn thinks he's the only one that hurts. He thinks that he's the only one that feels like he's in a nightmare. Well, maybe his voice cracks and... Oh, my voice cracked out. His voice cracked and he looked away from me again, wiping his face. Maybe I haven't told him everything because I didn't want him to have those images in his head. TJ takes a moment to steady his voice, working to get his breathing back to normal. I just wish I could go back to that day. TJ, there's nothing you could have done. I know my words are meaningless crap, and I hate it myself for saying them, but I have to say something. Not one of us would have been able to do anything if we were there. You should have. You would have. Well, besides, I already know I couldn't have saved him on my own. That isn't what... TJ takes a moment to wipe his face again when he's done. He doesn't go on. He's sitting in silence out for a long while, and I adjust myself so that we can lean back against the rock behind me. I pat the ground. Sit next to me, TJ. He calmed down for the most part, and after a moment he does crawl over and sit by me. I picked up a few pebbles, and tossed them into the river. Remember when we used to call Seesaw River? You know? He leaves it at that, so I drop it. I rest my head back and close my eyes, only then to realize how tired I am. In some way, I can see why Flynn is so suspicious, or at least why he believes there's no more to the story. There's clearly it is. But while I do want TJ to tell me more about what happened, I could never bring myself to ask him. I honestly feel that if I ever wanted to help him with his past, I should probably come to terms with myself. I crinkled my brow, toying with the idea of going back. It was something I actively avoided thinking about. We all do. But Jenna said, maybe talking about it, thinking about it, might actually help. I dig my fingers into the pebbles on either side of me. The images come in quick flurry, like someone cycling through the Viewmaster too fast. The sky's getting cloudy, the air crisp autumn. TJ's sitting in a daze, Jenna running down to town, Flynn pulling me into the water. Me grabbing into next scruff, pulling back to the shore. Carl sitting on a rock, bawling. Leo starts trying to do compressions. And Sydney just stares. Sirens, the helicopter rotors, adults everywhere. Whoa, this is a dream, gotta be. It's gotta be a dream. I'm home, Mom's holding me, Dad puts on my favorite movie I watch. But still, Sydney stares. That's a dream. That's definitely a dream. I open up my eyes again. The world is just blurred. The light reflecting off the river makes me swing. I rub my eyes with the back of my paws, and it comes away wet. My chest hurts. and so does my head, throbbing and buzzing. I look over, and luckily for me, TJ is leaning back with his eyes closed like I was. If revisiting that day is so horrible for me, I can't imagine what it's like for him. I decided right then and there that I'm not going to press TJ on what happened. If she wants to tell me more, he'll do it on his own accord. I kinda want to swim again, but at the same time, I don't. That day really fricked up my view about water. He's ruined the whole trip. TJ speaks suddenly, and I looked over at him. Flynn? No, he hasn't. TJ does finally look at me, then I'm struck by how dissolved and sad he looks. I feel anger bloomed in my chest, all of it directed at Flynn. What a selfish prick, thinking he had the right to ruin everyone's good time just because he felt like crap. If he were here right now, I'm pretty sure I'd punch him right in the gut. Jeez, don't do that. Listen, we don't need to hang out to have fun. We had fun at the park with just you and me. You, me, and Carl, remember? If Flynn wants to be a frick bag, then let him. We'll do our own thing. TJ sniffs and I see his tough ears perk up for a little. Didn't you want to go hike the trail? He smiles at that and looks at me. You didn't want to hike. I could tell. I grin. That's 'cause it's so freaking hot. But seriously, we didn't come here delayed in a motel all week. And we can bring water. Just dump it on yourself every half hour. That's how I manage along with taking plenty of breaks. TJ leans back and spread out his legs. I can see he's starting to get a little excited at the prospect of hiking. And that makes me feel better. Well, if you're able to do it, I guess I shouldn't complain. I looked over his fluffy form, which by itself is enough to make me sweat even more than I am already. You know, I always thought you would be back after you graduated high school. Oh, that's okay. I didn't really do much. I just talked. Read the story. The Great White North. I say it dramatically, nodding upwards as if that was where it is. Your parents did. TJ's family moved to Echo when he was only 6 from a small town called Wasatcha? I have no idea. His dad got a job in Echo to survey the land or do something with the wildfire. I can't remember exactly what it was. So that's why I know a lot of the family, because I didn't judge just by one part of it. Yeah, and you did the right thing. Look at the whole thing, okay? And then decide whether it's good or bad. And keep the decision to yourself and don't spread it out and make others hate it. Unless it's a good thing. Unless it's a good... if you think it's good, then go ahead and spread it out. If you think it's bad, then don't share it at all. And just keep it to yourself. I mean, if you could share it, but only to people that you know will absolutely hate the fandom. Oh well, I didn't really remember it. That I might after I graduate. They have some things up there that really sound nice. Free healthcare? I guess, and snow. For a moment I wonder snow is to a Linux as water is to an otter. Wait a minute. So, hold on. Linux? I don't know much about Linux. Linux. Where does Linux live? Where do Linux live? Oh, they actually live in They live in North America, Europe, and Asia. They prefer cold weather. Interesting. Very interesting. I never seen a Linux. I kind of fell in love with them. But anyways, and Sniper. I don't know. Like I said, I need to make a full-on video of how I found the fandom and what I think about it. I found the fandom on the good side, and I've seen some of my friends, other than Sniper, I've seen some of them found the fandom through the bad side of the fandom, because there is two sides of the fandom. There's good side and there's a bad side. And I am not going to explain the bad side right now. Me Wi-Fi broke? No. Well, then how are you texting me? I don't know. A lot of snow did sound kind of exciting to me, though. Here we'd be lucky to see a single dusting of it a year. So you're serious about hiking with me? Of course, I'm gonna bring some of my equipment too. I think I want to get some shots of the canyon too. Okay. He wiggles his furry feet back and forth, and I hide a grin because it seemed okay. I hide a grin to his enthusiasm. Alright, so we're gonna have to get up around 6. Oh. I want to be able to make it to the canyon for lunch, where we can rest for an hour or two. Then, you can tell how excited TJ, the way he talks. We should make an iceberg of the fandom? What? What do you mean? We're not gonna freeze the furries. I hope not. I don't know. I'm gonna be live for another 15, 20 minutes. I'm gonna try to hurry through this. Well, if anyone's good at planning things out, it means get most of the known stuff and clean. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Let's see here. Well, if anyone is good at planning things out at the ridiculous level, it's TJ. We sit there for another 20 minutes or so, just talk, mostly about school and what our plans are once we graduate. Wait, so we are high school kids or college kids? I really don't know. I promised TJ that we'll meet up before I do. That's when I get a text from Jenna asking where we are. I stand up, brushing off my pants before reaching down to help TJ up. Well, we better go back. Guessing they're all wondering where we are. So I made a good choice to find TJ. When we got back, everything packed up in the van along with Carl and Jenna. Leo's leaning against the van, waiting for us. His paws is in his pocket. He looks at me, then to TJ, obviously trying to gauge his mood. Everything good? Yeah. TJ answers before I can, and whether or not he actually is okay. He sounds happy enough. Well, alright then. We get in the van. At that point, no one's saying anything as we make a short drive back to the motel. And an iceberg. I'm gonna send you one. What? I'll look at that in a minute. Or once I finish the stream, I really... Because like I said, I have 20 minutes. 15 to 20 minutes. I don't know. I was going to do a video, but I decided that I want to play Echo. Because none other games sounded fun. Today's just one of those days where I didn't feel like doing games. I just feel like reading. And this is a good furry story that you can read and choose what you want to do. As we get out, Leo tells us that he's going to have the word with Flynn. I hope not. I hope Flynn does not become friends again because he's not nice. And despite the spoiled the afternoon, we still had stuff to do over the week. I am not too convinced myself that will happen, and I am convinced he's going to be awkward as crap if we do. Leo leaves for work at that point, though Carl does end up coming in with us to the motel room. The rest of the day is pretty uneventful. We watched a few movies, then go to the diner for dinner. Afterwards, we sit in the room and talk. Carl filling us in on how things have been in town for the past 3 years. It's not long before the conversation drifts back to Flynn and his outburst. Quit talking about him. I think he's just answered you because he realized how crappy it's been without you guys. Trust me, he's already kicking himself for it right now. Even if he doesn't mean anything unless he apologizes. You know how he is, Jenna. He worries even if he wouldn't say it. I don't care. He's going to have to realize that none of us have to put up with him anymore. Hey, why don't we all get some ice cream? I've been wanting to go to Ray's ever since we got here. It's hard to tell if TJ was trying to change the subject or actually wants ice cream. Probably both. Huh. If you want to drive yourself half an hour to Peyton, sure. What? Why? They moved it there. It sucks. I haven't had their rocky road for a year now. Sorry. Aw. Well, let's just stop when we go to Peyton next. I assume we aren't staying in Echo for the rest of the trip. Oh, Chase, Can you take us? I just smiled at him from my spot on the couch. Sure, why not? Yes, I love the cookie dough. I sent you the Minecraft. Huh? Wow, that is really tiny. Hold on. Let me open it up in the browser here. Let's see here. So, yeah, I'm gonna look it up. Look at that after I finish the stream. In 10 or 15 minutes. Let's see here. What about you, Jenna? Jenna's busy looking at her phone. Oh, well, I've always enjoyed their butter almond. It's hard to find the flavor, that flavor anywhere else. TJ looks at me. I open my mouth to answer, but for a moment I draw a blank of the memories of Ray's hazy and blur. My head's still buzzing. Oh, vanilla? I've been feeling pretty crappy ever since I had that talk with TJ by the river, making it a mental note to steal some of Jenna's aspirin before I go to bed. Well, Flynn was right about one of us, at least. Carl? What's wrong with that? Everyone likes vanilla. I grinned, though Carl comments hurt me more than it should. He's just joking, after all. I mean, who loves it, right? Personality of a rock. I think it's a good answer, especially if you put your toppings on it. The buzzing picks up. I feel a dull pulse behind my eyes. The three of them continue to talk amongst themselves, and I lean my head back against the couch. I close my eyes, trying to well away the pounding in my head. Oh, excuse me. I open my eyes. The room is dark. Jenna is in her bed. TJ is in his. Charles wrapping in a blanket on the floor. I lurched for my camera bag, then looked around wide-eyed. I sat on the bench next to TJ and stared at the door. And here's a dream, probably. TJ stands at the edge of the lake, staring across the other side. He has one paw in his pocket and the other holding a beer. He takes a drink from it. TJ doesn't drink beer. He pulls the tab off the top and flicks it forward towards the lake. It wheezes like a weed cutter, skipping across the water, kicking up the spray. Suddenly, his ear snapped up and he sees something I didn't. He turns and starts to run. He's at a dead sprint. Then his leg snapped out from underneath him and fell to the rocks, beer splashing everywhere. A chain is pulled from the lake connected to his ankle. Ooh. I get up wanting to help him, but I can't. I look down, my wrist and ankle was chained. Oh my god. Tuesday. Wow, I did. Hold on, what days did I do? I think I did Sunday and Monday. And I spent 4 hours. Probably even 5, really, playing this. The sun is bright. I'm pretty sure I can smell the first searing on the top of my head. It was the end of March, so it was really not not nearly as bad as it can be. But being right under the sun like this, we've only been on the trail for about 10 minutes at this point. But I'm already regretting it. Chase? TJ is about 5 feet ahead of me. He turns around. It's at that point I realize he said something, and I have no idea what it is. Everything okay? Yeah, sorry. What did you say? He looked concerned and walked back towards me. Remember if you had a headache or feel sick to your stomach, or if you start feeling like you're not yourself? Don't worry, I'm fine. I try to give him a smile to show it's true, but he's already processing of the unscrewing of the bottle of the water from his backpack. No, wait, you don't have... He dumps half of over my head, and I heard unshouldered my camera bag. Watch the equipment. Sorry, Chase, but you're not having the heat stroke on my watch. You know, I've studied otter physiology. You guys don't do well in dry, hot environments. He's pretty close to me, having to dump the bottled water over my head. I keep holding the bag away from my body while I look down at him, water dripping from my whiskers. Otter physiology? Yeah, it's like your body, its parts, and what they do. It's a little awkward that TJ knows how my body works for some reason. Huh? So, like, you've studied all our parts? Oh gosh. The attempt at humor is weak in its first place, but I realized too late that I'm talking to TJ and that he probably wouldn't laugh even if it was funny. He looks taken aback. Oh, well, yeah, we all have different empathy, so it's important to. He trails off. I can tell he's blushing. He frowns at me. Are you making fun of me? What? No, I was just trying to... He turns away suddenly and starts back up on the trail. We should keep going. It's an all-day hike. I followed him quietly. It's hard to judge the type of expression he just had on his face. It wasn't exactly angry, but more flustered. I'm pretty sure it's because he knows, like, I like guys. Yes. Why is... No. Even in college, my straight male friends get uncomfortable when I joke about sex. They think I'm coming on to them. TJ's never told me about my sexuality. In fact, I know nothing about his. I think he dated one girl from in high school, and that fell apart pretty quickly. She had problems filling in, so befriended her. Obviously, she took him as liking her, so she asked him out. TJ, of course, couldn't say no. He was always on a quest to make other people happy. Okay, me and TJ are pretty the same. I really try to make everyone happy, but it backfires on me in my personal life. And sometimes I kind of regret doing that. Anyways, he definitely isn't homophobic. He seemed really happy for me when he found out I was going out with Leo. He seemed really sad when he found out that we broke up. Oh, we was going on with Leo now. Me and Leo were in love, I guess. I don't know. If I mean, I would love to be Leo. To be honest. He's like the most handsome wolf there. And actually, there's a few other wolves that I really want to be or visit if they were real. Anyways, he doesn't exactly follow any particular Christian denomination that I know of. He hasn't even weighed a whole Jesus species debate. So what would Jesus be if he was in this game or in the story? Would it be a lion or a sheep or something? A lamb? I don't know. I know him as both the lion and the lamb, but I don't know exactly what would he be in this. From what I can gather, TJ likes the spirituality of the whole thing. Once Leo told me that TJ is the type of Christian that Christians always say they are, but definitely aren't. I have to agree. 2 hours later, I'm pretty sure I'm going to die. I'm practically stumbling after TJ, the Linux 15 feet ahead of me. He doesn't even notice either, cheerfully marshalling along the steep trail over the rocks as if they aren't even there. I'm dying, literally dying. My foot slips, I faceplant. I lay there waiting for TJ to take me. Chase! I hear some stumbling and TJ slides up next to my body, sending cascade of gravel over my head. Oh my gosh, are you okay? I hear the telltale sound of an unscrewing bottle. I turn my head to the side. No. A gush of water hits me right in the face and I jerk up, spluttering, wiping my eyes. For the love of God, TJ, stop it. Let's get you some shade. He grabs me around the arms and starts dragging me towards the big boulder. Calm down, I can walk. Are you sure? Yes. TJ looking incredibly worried right now, hovering over me as I make my way to sit against the boulder. Dude, I'm fine. I'm just tired. I don't know how you do it. TJ keeps watching me, and once I sit down, he kneels next to me, then runs his paws through the fur on my forehead, feeling it with his paw pads. You're a little warm. We should wedge here for a bit. He takes out another bottle of water, like it's like bought from 50 of those things. We should probably get your clothes wet. Why? That makes it feel worse for me. Anyways, I don't like wet clothes. I put a paw on his shoulder. TJ, calm down. I'm fine. You sure? Because TJ. He stops babbling, looks at me in the eye, and the bottle of water on one paw and the cap on the other. What's up? He looks at me for a second, then breaks into eye contact, slowly unscrewing the cap back on the bottle. Sorry, I just wanted to make sure you're okay. I'm the one that asked you to come. Looks like I have to leave. Relax, I'm just being a little dramatic. Alright, if you're sure, I am, but I could use a drink. He hands me the bottle. Good idea. Have you been making sure you drink a lot? I have plenty. Yep, I mean, just crystal clear. TJ muzzles work as I take a long draught of water from the bottle. I cap and burp. You know what? I think it's because I'm starving. When are we gonna eat? Not yet. We have to make it to the top first. I have some granola bars though. Dude, I'm hungry for real food. It is real. Anyway, it will be much better if we do it at the top. Besides, this is the hardest part, and it's almost all over. And it's downhill after this. Literally. I can tell he's getting the anxious to start moving again. So I take one last gulp and get up. I don't get how you're so unaffected by the heat. Oh, I am. Just keep getting wet. All he talks, he pours water on his shirt. It slicks his torso, showing off his tight chest and flat stomach. His now full of dark indent through the fabric. I make sure I don't stare too long, not wanting to make him feel awkward again. Either way, I can feel my crouch area getting a little tight. Being in a hotel with two other people didn't really exactly give me much time to relieve stress. I have the same issue all the time. My thing down there gets hard every single time I'm alone or with someone. Almost all the time. Maybe my straight friends didn't have a reason to be worried. I keep my eyes focused on DJs. I guess it's how you can keep moving like you do here in the middle of a desert. Well, I run a few miles on the track every day at school. Jeez. We start up the trail again. JJ's sticking by my side now. I feel bad about holding him back, but at least now it's less likely I'm gonna eat crap again. We did it. TJ looks over you. I stand up behind him. I'm not as beaten up as I was earlier, but my legs are really starting to kill me. I lean over, my paws on my knees, painting. Swimming is definitely a better way to work out. TJ turns on me abruptly, and I straighten up, smiling. He holds both his paws, grinning. High five. I slap him with the gusto, and TJ laughs, pulling off his backpack and sitting down on the rocky bench. I look at it a little confused. What's this? A rock bench. It's always been here. I think some seniors from the old school made it, see? He scoots over, pointing at the back, and I look closer. Etched out in large letters and numbers, it says Echo High, Class of 59. There used to be paint on the year on the canyon too. You can still see some of them. Alright, so I'm gonna have to go. I spent way longer than I meant to. But yeah, I'm gonna see you guys next time. If you guys did enjoy, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.